Hello, everyone, and welcome back. My name is Daniel, and I am very glad you are here with us today.
Hi, everyone. I am Sarah. Thank you for joining us. We are excited to talk with you today.
Today, Sarah and I are going to talk about building confidence slowly. Confidence is something many people want, but it does not come quickly. It grows step by step.
Yes, exactly. Confidence is not something you wake up with one day. It is something you build over time through small actions and experiences.
And while you listen to us talk, you will hear natural English conversation. Just relax and listen. Let the words flow into your mind.
So, Daniel, let me start by asking you, do you consider yourself a confident person?
That is a good question. I think I am confident in some areas, but not in others. For example, I feel confident when I talk about topics I know well, but when I try something new, I feel nervous.
I feel the same way. Confidence is not the same in every situation. I feel confident at work because I have experience there. But if I have to speak in front of many people, I feel scared.
Yes, that is very common. Confidence depends on experience and familiarity. When we do something many times, we become more confident doing it.
That makes sense. So confidence grows with practice. The more we do something, the better we feel about it.
Exactly. And that is why building confidence is a slow process. We cannot rush it. We need to give ourselves time to learn and improve.
I agree. So, where do we start? How do we begin building confidence if we feel insecure or afraid?
I think the first step is to start small. We should not try to do big, scary things right away. We should choose small tasks that feel manageable.
That is smart. For example, if someone is afraid of public speaking, they should not start by speaking to 100 people. They should start by speaking to one or two people.
Yes, exactly. Small steps are less frightening. And when we succeed at small things, we feel good. That good feeling gives us courage to try the next step.
I like that. So each small success builds on the previous one. It is like climbing stairs. You go up one step at a time.
That is a perfect comparison. And if you try to jump too many steps at once, you might fall. But if you take one step at a time, you will reach the top safely.
Yes, slow and steady is better than fast and risky. So, what is another way to build confidence?
Another way is to focus on your strengths. Everyone has things they are good at. When you recognize your strengths, you feel more positive about yourself.
That is true. Sometimes we focus too much on our weaknesses. We think about what we cannot do instead of what we can do.
Yes, and that negative focus makes us feel bad. But when we celebrate our strengths, we feel capable and valuable.
So, we should remind ourselves of our achievements. Even small achievements matter.
Absolutely. If you finished a project at work, that is an achievement. If you learned a new recipe, that is an achievement. If you helped a friend, that is an achievement.
I like that perspective. We achieve things every day, but we often forget to notice them.
Yes, we take them for granted. But if we pay attention and acknowledge them, we build confidence.
That makes sense. So, another important thing is self awareness. We need to notice what we do well.
Exactly. And we also need to be kind to ourselves when we make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning.
That is so important. Many people are very hard on themselves. When they fail at something, they feel terrible and give up.
Yes, but failure is not the end. Failure is just information. It tells us what does not work so we can try something different.
I love that. Failure is information, not a judgment of our worth. That is a healthy way to think about it.
Yes, and confident people understand this. They do not let failure destroy them. They learn from it and keep moving forward.
That is true. So, building confidence also means changing how we think about failure.
Exactly. We need to see failure as a teacher, not an enemy.
That is beautiful. So, Daniel, what else helps build confidence?
I think surrounding yourself with supportive people helps a lot. When you have friends or family who encourage you, you feel stronger.
Yes, the people around us have a big impact on how we feel. If people criticize us constantly, we feel small. But if they support us, we feel brave.
Exactly. Supportive people believe in us even when we doubt ourselves. They remind us of our abilities.
And they celebrate our progress with us. That positive energy is very powerful.
Yes, it is. On the other hand, negative people can drain our confidence. They might say we cannot do something, or they might discourage us.
That is true. So it is important to choose our relationships carefully. We should spend time with people who lift us up, not people who bring us down.
I agree completely. Another thing that builds confidence is preparation. When we prepare well for something, we feel more ready to face it.
Yes, preparation reduces fear. For example, if you have a presentation at work and you practice it many times, you will feel less nervous.
Exactly. Preparation gives us a sense of control. We know what we are going to say or do, so we feel less anxious.
And even if things do not go perfectly, we have a foundation to stand on because we prepared.
Yes, that foundation is important. It is like having a safety net. So, what about taking care of our physical health? Does that affect confidence?
I think it does. When we sleep enough, eat well, and exercise, we feel better physically. And when we feel better physically, we feel better mentally.
Yes, our bodies and minds are connected. If we are tired or unhealthy, we feel weak. But if we are rested and strong, we feel capable.
That is true. Exercise, especially, can boost confidence. When we exercise, our bodies release chemicals that make us feel good.
And we also see ourselves getting stronger or more fit. That physical progress shows us that we can improve and grow.
Exactly. It proves that effort leads to results. And that lesson applies to other areas of life too.
Yes, if we can build physical strength, we can build mental and emotional strength as well.
I like that connection. So, taking care of ourselves is part of building confidence.
Absolutely. Another important thing is setting realistic goals. When we set goals that are too big or too vague, we feel overwhelmed.
Yes, and then we do not know where to start. But if we set small, clear goals, we can actually achieve them.
Exactly. For example, instead of saying, I want to be confident, we could say, I want to speak up once in today's meeting. That is specific and achievable.
That is a great example. And when we achieve that small goal, we feel successful. That success motivates us to set another goal.
Yes, it creates a positive cycle. Small goal, small success, more confidence, bigger goal, bigger success, even more confidence.
I love that cycle. It shows that confidence builds momentum over time.
Exactly. And we should also remember that confidence is not about being perfect. Confident people still feel fear and doubt sometimes.
That is an important point. Confidence does not mean you never feel nervous. It means you do things even when you feel nervous.
Yes, confidence is action despite fear. It is feeling afraid and moving forward anyway.
That is courage. And courage and confidence are very connected.
They are. Every time we act despite our fear, we prove to ourselves that we are capable. That proof builds confidence.
So we should not wait to feel confident before we take action. We should take action, and confidence will follow.
Exactly. Action comes first, confidence comes second. Many people wait to feel ready, but they never will if they do not start.
That is powerful advice. Start before you feel ready. Do you have any other suggestions for building confidence?
Yes, one more thing. Practice self compassion. Treat yourself the way you would treat a good friend.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when a friend makes a mistake, you do not insult them or tell them they are worthless. You encourage them and remind them that everyone makes mistakes.
That is true. We are kind and understanding with our friends.
But often we are cruel to ourselves. We say terrible things to ourselves that we would never say to another person.
You are right. We can be our own worst critics.
Yes, and that criticism destroys confidence. But if we speak to ourselves with kindness and compassion, we build confidence.
So we should talk to ourselves like a supportive friend would talk to us.
Exactly. We should say things like, it is okay, you tried your best, or you can learn from this and do better next time.
That is much better than saying you are stupid or you always fail.
Yes, those negative words hurt us deeply, but positive, compassionate words help us heal and grow.
I think self compassion is one of the most important tools for building confidence.
I agree completely, and it is something we can practice every single day.
So, to summarize, building confidence slowly involves many things. Starting small, focusing on strengths, learning from failure, surrounding ourselves with supportive people, preparing well, taking care of our health, setting realistic goals, taking action despite fear, and practicing self compassion.
Yes, that is a beautiful summary. All of these things work together to help us grow stronger and more confident over time.
And the key word is time. Confidence does not happen overnight, it happens gradually through consistent effort.
Exactly. Be patient with yourself. Trust the process. Every small step matters.
That is wonderful advice. I hope everyone listening feels encouraged to start building their confidence today.
Yes, remember that you are capable of growth. You can become more confident. You just need to take it one step at a time.
Thank you so much for listening to us today. We hope this conversation was helpful and inspiring.
Yes, thank you for your time and attention. We appreciate you being here with us.
Keep listening, keep learning, and keep building your confidence.
You are doing great. Be kind to yourself and believe in your ability to grow.
Goodbye for now, and we wish you all the best.
Goodbye and see you next time.